Good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you. First question for you this morning, Jean-François. Antonio.
Hi, Fabian. Nice to see you today.
Hi, good morning.
The results have been quite difficult recently. What needs to change maybe for the team? What needs to happen for the group to have a different result coming in tomorrow?
Yeah, I think I do. When I look at the past performances, I do think that we actually created quite a lot of chances and we didn't concede too many chances. I mean, luck is always a factor as well, getting involved in these games. Obviously, we have to finish our own chances, be more clinical in front of the goal altogether, and, just be solid defensively as well as we kind of have been in the past games, but even more so, even like getting a step higher on everything there. So I think defensively, staying solid, and we have to finish our chances. And I think if we can actually go up 1-0, maybe 2-0 a game, I think we'll be way better off. I don't think we've had a lead in any of the games before. So it's just about scoring the first goal and then, managing the lead and maybe score a second one.
Next question, Nathalie Besna.
Hey, good morning, Fabian. In the same vein, you guys are competitors. I'm sure you have a lot of pride. What's the group feeling about the fact that you could be the first team to go winless in the first 12 matches of a season in MLS?
Yeah, I mean, these are just statistics that the media obviously makes up. I didn't know this, but I mean, obviously, we do have pride. We compete every game. We compete the best we can. I think it's a tough situation that we're in, but if I look at the guys, I'm confident that they always give everything, that we leave everything out there on the field, and we're ready to compete every game, and we want to get results. Unfortunately, the results haven't gone our way. Is it lack of luck, lack of quality, probably a little bit of both, but we're ready to step up. If I look at the guys in the locker room, they're all ready. They all want to get that first win, and we're ready to go on Saturday again.
Elias Grigoriadis.
Merci, Pat. Hi, Fabian. This was your first start last week with Marco. How has this system change affected you, and how have you adapted to maybe the different requirements that Marco has for his midfielders and his central players?
Yeah, obviously Marco likes the midfielders to come in, to overload the middle a little bit with central midfielders as well as the wingers, and then the 10 if we do have one. And obviously, I mean, that's something that I like playing. I like to be inside. I like to combine with the guys, but I also like to make runs in behind. So I think that role suits me well. Playing on the left wing the last game. So, it suited me well coming in. And I think overall, again, I do think that the team has performed well, but, the results haven't gone our way. And I feel like eventually, if we keep creating these amount of chances, and if we keep entering the box and keep shooting, keep staying focused in the final third of the game, then I think the results will eventually come our way.
Maxime Trouban.
Hi, Fabian. Thanks for doing this morning. Last week, the loss seemed to hurt more than the others before. What's the vibe internally right now? How are the guys reacting to this difficult start of the season in the locker, on the field?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, every loss is disappointing. Last one hurt again because we're at home. We want to, give our home fans the win and good results as they deserve. They cheer for us, and we feel very happy to be home, and we feel good. And I think, again, the performance was good. But obviously, getting a late goal from Philly there was tough. Was a tough moment. We had 2 days off after the loss. To kind of regroup, think about ourselves. Our performances. Maybe look ourselves in the mirror and see what we can do better. and then it's about regrouping, and you go again. I mean, we we can't throw the towel right now just because we haven't won a game. So we go again. We give everything in training every day. We do the best we can, and that's our job. That's why we're here. That's why we get paid to play soccer, and that's what we do. So again, it hurt obviously, and I think the guys feel it as well, but. Again, we're here to play and do our best on the field, and that's what we're going to do again on Saturday, and hopefully we can get away with a result there.
Anthony?
I'm sure you've played some games at Yankee Stadium in your career in MLS. What's important, especially in that stadium?
Yeah, it's. I've played some games there, of course. It's a very small field. It's very narrow, and sometimes, the lines can throw you off a little bit. Where the base is, the grass is actually, a little bit higher than on the other side. So I mean, it's a unique environment to play in. I think it's definitely a home field advantage for New York because they know the field, they play there every time, and just the fact that it's more narrow can mean that you go with one through pass or with one long ball, you can skip the whole defensive line and you can get in behind the defense, and it's a different environment, but it's about us sticking together, staying compact defensively and trying to take advantage of the opportunities that New York might give us.
Last question for you today, Jean-François.
Thanks, Fabian. Marco said in an interview this week that he's working overtime to get this thing going. He gets at San Antonio early, he leaves late. What can you say about the work the coaches are doing right now to maybe find ways to challenge you?
Yeah, I think Marco and the entire coaching staff are preparing us well for every game, whether it's on the field, in the training, trying to give us the right tools, to unlock New York. They watch so much video on the opponent, but then also, they rewatch our training sessions, they see what we can do better, and they find adjustment, and then they try to convey the message to us. So I do think that they, work incredibly hard, as do we as players on the field, and in the video room as well. So again, it's not the lack of effort. If I look again at the past performances, it's not something that people are giving up or they're throwing the towel. It's the coaching staff as well as the players. They're incredibly working hard, and hopefully again that will turn us around eventually.
Morning.
Morning.
Starting today with a question from Jean-François.
Hi Tom, thanks for doing this. As we all know, results have been tough this season. What needs to change for you guys? What needs to happen for the group to have a different result for this Saturday?
I think we just need to keep sticking together. I think in the last few games we haven't obviously got the results I think we've deserved. I think it just needs a little moment just to click, and I think from then on I think it'll just be a completely different season. We just need a win, which will hopefully come tomorrow, and then kick on from there.
Elias, Grigoriadis.
Merci, Pat. Hi, Tom. Over the last few games, you've been playing some left back, but also a lot of left wing. What was Marco's reasoning behind putting you up there? How do you like it? And do you think maybe it's putting you in a better position to deliver those crosses that you're so well known for?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played left wing in a few years. So obviously when he started playing me there and stuff, and the link up I have with Luca when I've been coming on, and obviously last week when I started, I think it's been working well. Obviously the cross put into Giacomo against Toronto, I can show my qualities more. I can attack the full back. I can cut inside if I need to, and also, like I said, I can also cross the ball.
Anthony Bestin.
Good morning, Tom. Is it getting harder right now to go on a day-by-day mentality, a game-by-game mentality when the results keep piling up like that?
I mean, it's obviously not as easy as if we were winning. You've always got the kind of the. It's obviously it's not easy, but you know we've had meetings. We're going to stick together, and like I said, all we need is that win. And every single day we come into training, we work hard. In the games, we work hard. You know, every game, the last 5 or 6 games, I'd probably say, you know, we've done well. We've put in the performances. It's just been that final pass, the final goal, the final shot, which isn't coming for us. But you know, I'm sure in the next. I know it's easy to say it'll come, but I really do believe it will.
Maxime Trouman?
Hi Tom, thanks for doing this morning. You have several years of experience in the foot game. What is currently not working in the group? I mean, how can you explain the fact that the team is unable to score consistently and win? We can't just say it's bad luck. How can you explain this?
I mean, it's I don't really know what to say to that. You know, it's just like I said, they're not bad performances. It's just putting it in the back of the net is which maybe it's a confidence thing, you know. But we're confident in what we're doing, and yeah, it's just we just need one of them to go in the back of the net.
Jean-François?
Hi Tom. Marco said in interview this week that he's working overtime. You know, at Montreal, they're early, leaving late. What can you say about the work the coaching staff is doing to help you, you know, get through this and to maybe trying to challenge you and find new ways to get you through this?
Yeah, I mean, ever since Marco's took over, you know, he's been brilliant with me and with the rest of the lads, and obviously we've got a good group of coaches as well who help us individually as a group. We have a lot of meetings, individual team meetings, video meetings. So now he's a great coach, and I think you can probably see in the last few performances how well we've actually been playing. Like I said, it's just putting the ball in the back of the net.
How do you feel about going to play on a baseball field?
I mean, it's something I've never done. It'll be a new thing for me. I've actually seen it because before I joined here, obviously I watched a few games, and New York City away was one of them, and I've never seen anything like it, so I was a bit confused. And then obviously we've been having meetings this week on New York, so it should be interesting.
J'ai écouté l'entrevue que tu as donnée à mon collègue Olivier Brett. Dans l'entrevue, tu parles à quel point c'est difficile présentement. Tu dis aussi que tu fais des longues heures, tu arrives tôt le matin au centre Nutrilite, tu pars tard le soir. Est-ce que tu t'attendais à ce que ce soit aussi difficile quand tu es entré en poste au CF Montréal?
Non, c'est normal. Je pense qu'il est normal. Je veux donner toute ma énergie en ce moment. Et je pense qu'il est très important maintenant aussi donner un exemple. Et oui, c'était ma maison maintenant, et je suis assis tous les jours, mais je suis très heureux d'être assis, et je suis content d'améliorer moi comme personne, moi comme entraîneur, et de donner toutes les énergies pour les joueurs, pour le club. Je suis assis de l'Italie pour ça. So, pour moi, c'est normal vivre assis. C'est normal. And I like it, actually. I have everything here. I have pool, I have kitchen, I have a sofa, TV, a big amphitheater to see the game.
Bon matin, Marco. Qu'est-ce que tu peux nous dire sur de la façon que le corps de Vrioni a réagi à l'entraînement cette semaine? Il a joué 1 heure au dernier match. Comment ça s'est passé pour lui, la récupération cette semaine?
Bah, il va bien. Pour être honnête, le premier 1-2 jours de la semaine, nous voulons un peu être sûrs de sa situation. Mais jour pour jour, il entraîne parfaitement. sans problem. And I think I switch. Sorry, I think he's really improving the lot, and he's improving also to manage the situation. So we know that it's not perfect right now, but it's very good to manage the situation. And the last 3 days, and he trained with us perfectly. He's ready to play, and as all the other players, we have 8 games now, 7 games in 3 weeks. So we cannot have Giacomo like all the other players every game on the field for 90 minutes. Je ne sais pas si c'était toi répondre. I answer you, no? Yeah.
Salut Marco, anglais, français, comme tu le sens. Prince Owusu a eu tous les départs. C'est le joueur de l'équipe qui a le plus de minutes. Puis en même temps, on a Sunusi Ibrahim qui, dans les derniers matchs, a joué 2, 3, 0 et 1 minute. Peux-tu nous expliquer qu'est-ce que Sunusi Ibrahim doit faire ou qu'est-ce que tu veux voir pour qu'il ait droit à plus de minutes qu'actuellement tu donnes à Prince Owusu, s'il vous plaît?
Ouais, je pense que si je te dois répondre à cette question, je pense que la conférence de presse doit être de 3 ou 4 heures, non pour juste pour Sunusi, parce que to be fair, I have to explain for all the players why one player is out, why sometimes in the bench, why plays 15 minutes, why plays starter, why start last 30 minutes. So if you are really interested to know for the second week the Sunu situation is just about training, doing your best, and be ready when the coach, so me, need you on the field. So I'm very, very pleased and happy about the performance of Prince, and I'm actually also very happy of Sunu, the way he's training. It's just that in this team there is 11 forward, so I don't know. I can change all the system in this sport and try to defend with 1 defender and 9 forward, but for now, I think that we are doing well like this, and it's just about of situation for Prince. He could score 3 goals, he scored 0. The next one could score 2. I know, and I knew in the past situation like that, where then you start to score 7 goals in 3 days, and then you don't ask me why the forward are out. So this is part of this job, and this is my decision. It's totally my responsibility to decide who is playing, who is not. Normal. So.
Yes, you go ahead.
Merci, Pat. Hi, Marco.
Hi.
Away at NYCFC is probably historically one of Montreal's worst fixtures. You've lost 6 of your last 7. You've only won once in a decade.
6 of our last 7. No, we have 2 points, so we could lost 6. We lost 5 probably.
No, the last 7 games at NYCFC.
Okay. Sorry.
You've lost 6 of your last 7, so it's clearly a difficult fixture for you guys. What about this fixture have you maybe in the last week of preparation, have you noticed that, this team just can't seem to go there and get away?
Yeah, it's right. I mean, probably there is an environment difficult or more difficult for Montreal, but how can I know exactly why in the last year or the year before we lost? I didn't know the week. I didn't know actually the group or the situation. I can watch or have a bit of time to watch all the games, but I think it's more, every season is different, every group is different. Sometimes one player more, one player less change a lot the game. And so I think that we are good on ball, very good on ball. The things that the field is a bit little, can say. It can affect the game, not so much for our game. Probably can help us because we like to press. So we run probably a bit less on pressing. We need to be ready in transition. We need to be ready in the 2-3 players they have very good to decide or to take information from little situation like counter-attack or little decision that they are good on, attacking the depth. They are a good team, but I think that we can do our game without thinking or being a bit stressed the last result we did that. I don't think that the players can think that. I don't think this is important.
Cette semaine, vous avez ajouté 2 nouveaux entraîneurs au groupe. Peux-tu nous expliquer pourquoi amener des nouveaux entraîneurs comme ça en milieu de saison ou en cours de saison?
Deux entraîneurs? I didn't understand.
You added 2 new coaches to the staff this week.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Could you explain to us why add these coaches in the middle of a season like that?
But the first reason is because Lorenzo is coming from Italy. I knew him. I worked with him. So I asked at the beginning of my experience if there will be a possibility to have him here in the future, more for his duties in Italy than for the open of the club. And then now it's free to come. He came to help me, and the player is very focused on individual clip video, tactic strategy. So I think that before, like I said before with Laurent, I was here doing my job, and without Laurent we were the same number, so probably we needed one more. And I also saw every day, every game, the other staff with the other team, they are even more than us right now. And then we had the Maxime because he's doing a great job in the club, and we want to have the best coach of the academy with us to work with, especially also with the youngs that we have, very good. And he's helping us on the field, giving his view, and also helping me to have even more the knowledge of the academy. That is very important. And so I think they are two great joint for us, and just to help. There's a lot of things to do. So.
You say that the Prince has been doing good, but it's quite obvious that he's struggling. Maybe his confidence and with the ball at his feet in the box. Have you had a conversation with him to try to help him? To try to get him going, to maybe change his mindset to help him?
Oui, j'ai des conversations, je parle avec tous les joueurs. Et cette semaine, j'ai parlé individuellement avec Owen, avec Alex Guboglo, avec Nathan, avec Dante, avec Prince, avec Vrioni, avec Buga, avec Sam, Fabi, tout. So, je parle avec beaucoup de joueurs pendant la semaine pour améliorer dans les details, dans les détails. Et nous avons travaillé cette semaine en détail tactique in the last part, in the last third, close to the box for everybody. Sometimes it's not only Prince that has to improve, yes, like everybody. Sometimes also to create the space, to create the channel, to serve him. Sometimes he doesn't pass the ball because he doesn't have an option, so we need more movement. I think it's all about to, like I said, it's difficult. Yeah, now it's 1 month and a half that I'm here, but it's difficult to improve everything in 1 week. So I think that we are great in many of the aspects of the game, and we are struggling in one of the aspects. Cette semaine, nous avons travaillé en ça, tactiquement, mais nous avons aussi travaillé beaucoup vraiment, physiquement, parce que c'est la dernière semaine, avant 3 semaines, avec 7 matchs. So aussi, la semaine, c'est travailler dans les détails, comme toutes les semaines, et aussi physiquement. Je ne sais pas.
Oui, Marco. Samedi, on a vu Enad Sinchuk et Bryce Duke avec une botte orthopédique. Enad Sinchuk se promenait en béquille. Est-ce qu'il faut s'attendre à une très longue absence dans le cas d'Enadi? Est-ce que Bryce Duke est près d'un retour, s'il vous plaît?
Okay, Bryce, oui, probablement, il a autre 3-4 semaines. Et aussi, Yenna, yes, il a 4 de 6 semaines pour une bruise dans le bone ou petite fracture. It's nothing crazy, but what is bone, and 18 years old guy, we need to be sure that the bone is perfect before to start to train again. And when you are out for 2 weeks, usually you need 2 weeks to get fit again. When you're out 3 weeks, you need 3 weeks to get fit again. So it's not a crazy situation, but if he's out for 2-3 weeks, then he needs another 2 weeks to be ready. So for us, we know that they are not here for these 3 weeks. Super important for us. Mentally, we want to start the new season this week, because in 3 weeks we play a lot of matches, important, and then we have a little stop in June, and we try to recover all of them.